Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья! Спасибо, что вы опять смотрите наш канал Volko the Russian. I am here in Kitai-Gorod and it has been almost 2.5 months since I've moved to Russia, and let me tell you, the time here has been incredible. In the last 2 months, I've been doing a lot of work, been moving around a lot, and it's been really interesting. The people I've met, the warmth, the welcomeness, everything that I've been doing here has been progressing so smoothly, and it's kind of interesting. And I guess this video is more for the business-minded people, the people that are interested in business in Russia. As some of you might know from my previous videos, I'm a multiple business owner. I've owned multiple retail sites. I've just sold 2 of them in Australia. I have still multiple businesses. I trade across the world, and my business experience now is taking me to Russia, where I've moved not just for business, but for family values, for happiness, enjoying life, and the ability to fulfill my dreams, my family's dreams of growing and building here in the Russian Federation. So I'm very excited to be here and build. Now, to give you guys an idea of what the last 2.5 months have been like, we've had to do a lot of my documents, we've had to get a lot of my transfers done. I've had probably one of the biggest years I've ever had in my entire life as far as getting the businesses up on sale, going through that whole process. And I think that's a whole separate video in itself of how difficult it is to actually sell assets in Australia and move through that whole thing and get all that under your belt while also trying to move countries, get all the registrations done that you need to. It is a big thing, guys, from setting up bank accounts across the globe, from moving money around, from understanding where to go, where to put your investments, understanding all the different things that are available to you, how to use them well, how to use them effectively. That's a whole separate topic, and I gotta say, I have learned so much this year alone. I'm 35 years old. I've been in business now for 15 years at various levels. I've owned my own businesses for the last 6 years. But I gotta say, this is the year where I just leveled up my game. I leveled it up so far that honestly, like, this 1 year has probably overshadowed the last 6 years of learning. So it's been incredible. Business in Russia has been amazing so far. We haven't started trade here yet, but we're starting to lay the foundations, talking to the right people, understanding how the moving and the shaking goes here. When you go and enter a new market, doesn't matter where you are. If you go into India, for example, or if you're going to the United Arab Emirates, or if you're going to Russia, wherever you're going, you have to understand how to move, what the culture's like, what the people are like, how to present yourself, how to understand when to push, when to pull. These are all critical aspects of a good businessman. And look, a lot of you that follow business advice on Instagram and social media, you have to understand a lot of that advice is designed for clicks, for you to be engaged in. It's quick, easy, digestible wins for you to be like, yeah, I can do that, right? But the reality of business across the globe is, I would say, significantly different. The key values, though, are important. For example, tenacity, being able to not give up on yourself when things are tough, because you are going to get a lot of no's. You are going to get a lot of rejection, and that rejection isn't necessarily just a flat up no or just a a ghost. A lot of the time, it's quite nice and a little bit confusing, and you have to understand how to navigate that too, and not over push, because it's like you're almost there, but you're really not there, and you have to learn how to start working yourself in the right positions. And really, guys, what it comes down to is being able to present yourself in the correct manner, understand the culture you're dealing with, but also, this is very important to a lot of people, understand how that particular culture works within timeframes. For example, the Indian culture and business in India, things can take a while. You can push all day long, you can push as much as you want, but things will move at their own pace. And the negotiations, I would say, are very razor thin as far as where you need to get to. You won't be arguing by 1%, you'll be arguing by 0.1%. You'll be arguing about the most minor details to get to the end of the deal, because all these things matter due to scale, right? Every country has a different population scale, different spending scale. You have to understand how to work within these scales. With Russia, out of every market that I've been in, I gotta say it's the most unique market for me to start understanding and operating in. It's been probably the most pleasurable market for me to expand so far into and understand it. And purely from a people point of view, my ability to now go into different rooms, talk to the right people, has been unprecedented. I am so happy to be doing business here so far because the people I've been meeting are open, they're excited, we have things that we want to do. And the best part is if you can help one another and they trust where you're coming from, they trust the sources that put you in front of them, there's a good chance you're going to have a successful chance to start business, right? And then from there, all the main things of business come in, from margins to product, the logistics, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff comes into play as it would into any other country. But the ability to enter a room and have those conversations is very important in Russia. And the good thing about the Russian way of doing business is I find it's a little bit what we now in Australia would call old school, right? You walk into a room, get to know each other, feel each other out, learn each other's history, have a handshake, and then that's the first step. Just today, we've had a big step in the right direction for one of my big plans of getting Russian athletes across and abroad into one of the federations that I wanted to work within, which is then going to work with one of my brands that I own. And today was a big first step for it, so I'm very, very proud of it. Things are moving forward. So guys, if you're watching this and you're trying to understand what is business like in Russia, should I start working towards business in Russia? Is it an option for me? Should I put my money there? Should I bank there? That's a whole separate video, but I'll give you guys a couple of key points. You have to understand, the Russian Federation has a population of about 150 million. Moscow alone, you're looking at about 25 million. Now, for us Australians, that is the entire Australia. The entire Australia is roughly 25, 26 million population. That's just Moscow city here. So your ability to find the market, to trade, it's there for you. It's definitely there if you have the skill set, the know-how, and then obviously, like most things, the motivation to actually push through and succeed with it. So, on that note, is Russia a good place to start a business? It is an incredible place to start a business. It is full of opportunity. The youth are into everything that we're all into. You would actually be surprised about the similarities that Russians have with a lot of Westerners. Like, there's not a lot of major business differences that separate the two cultures. The way they respond and act and the way they see respect is definitely a very big difference. A lot of the stuff that you could probably pull off in the West, in the business world, would not fly here. So that's why I think a lot of Westerners might struggle in certain categories. But that being said, if you're going to do business in Russia, you need someone local. You need someone who understands the market, someone who speaks the language is very important. You need the ability to have doors shown to you, I think. But that's most places, guys. That's most places in the world. You have to have someone that can, massage some of the key points, right? But as far as making money and making profit here, it's a big possibility. Russians have managed to make selling products, specifically physical products, quite easy. There's great marketplaces here to tap into, and the system is quick. It's incredibly quick. What we think about Amazon and whatnot, and we're so wowed by next day delivery, here is just a given. Like, it's just a basic thing. So Russia here for the last 2.5 months has been incredible. I've been hustling, guys. I've been moving. As you can see, my videos are coming up more and more often, and I'm enjoying doing that. Getting my product range is growing. We have a new launch coming in India soon, so that's awesome. And I got to tell you guys, like, on a personal level, this is the happiest I have been in a long time. My family is so happy here. My kids are in kindergarten. They're loving it. Like, when they go to kindergarten, man, they got a swimming pool in the kindergarten. They're getting fed regular food, really warm home-cooked food. The teachers are lovely. They really care about the kids. There's plays and concerts. They're doing PE like all the time. Like, my wife is happy too. She's found her rhythm. She's found where she likes to go, and she's happy in her environment here. And man, like, if you guys have family values and you are business centric people, I know a lot of people move to Dubai for these particular reasons. Russia is an option. Russia is definitely an option. And I guess the reason why a lot of people don't consider it as an option is because, well, the news will tell you one thing and this will tell you another thing, and you guys get snapshots of, this and that. And honestly, a lot of it's bullshit. I hope by watching this video, you guys can understand, look, there's more to the world. There's more to Russia in general. It is a great place to invest. There are a lot of people that can help you build, help you grow. There's multiple foundations and pathways in. And what I'm going to do, guys, with this channel, you're going to see how it's done from start all the way to progress. As you follow my journey, you're going to follow my business journey from the very, very start as we are here, and you're going to see it progress all the way down the line. If you guys have any questions about doing business in Russia, how it feels, how it works, reach out. I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me on my Instagram channel, volko.ent. If you want to private message me, I'll happily respond. You can comment on this video too and start a discussion so some people can see what you're asking. Very, very excited to talk to all of you. Please put your business questions down below, and hopefully I can answer them sufficiently for you. And guys, I really hope you one day do visit Russia, even just to check out the sights and sounds. It's a magical place. Anyway, Volko the Russian out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one.